Hello, Masters. Good to see you all today.
Good evening, good morning, good day, everyone, wherever you are.
Wow, that's a lot of people before we've even started the stream, huh?
Yeah, it's getting crazy lately.
Yeah, it's a good thing I don't have stage fright.
How's everyone doing?
Who we got in today? Got Steven, Wackadelic, Gamer, Rattlesnake,
There's the Grey Wolf,
Garrett, Never-Ending Voice
Nano,
Call, Manticore,
Wekadelic,
Westlin.
all them guys. Sid is
The
here,
whole gang's here.
the whole gang's here.
Great to see everyone. I'm doing pretty good, Game & Wolf. It's been a long week since the Discord release, but
Yes, it is.
alright, so how about we get this thing started then?
Yeah, how about talking about update 80, which is scheduled for Wednesday, October 24th. And this update will bring us back to our usual Wednesday patch days. And if everything goes to plan, the live servers are planned to be shut down at 8 UTC in the morning on Wednesday morning. And here's your friendly reminder that everything related to the update is still subject to change. And also, please remember that you do not have to leave the stream to give us feedback. Just use Stomped, our centralized feedback platform, which you can find right below the stream.
Yep, we've got a nice little widget there beneath the stream. You can send quick feedback on the stream or other elements of the game, and then other people can view it on the site and rate them. So,
Yeah, it's a nice platform.
So, where should we start today? Balance? Yeah.
Balance?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think everyone wants to hear about balance, but
Well, we know what that is, so let's go on with some other stuff first, huh?
I mean, we all know that Rabid Prowler and Crystal Construct would get nerfed, right, guys? We all know that. So let's start with another thing first.
Alright, so first up, we've got some information on the guilds. This is something that we've been teasing for a while now. Please note that the guilds are still in the planning stage, but we're definitely looking to go ahead with the feature, but nothing's set in stone right now. So we got some stuff that's subject to change. Nevertheless, we got some basic details we want to share with you guys. So the guild feature, you can join guilds with your friends, you can talk about the game with people in them, like little group chats potentially. Share your deck, find some teammates to queue up on ladder with. Just try and build your own community of Minion Masters. It's something that's been requested for a long time now. And ideally, we want these guilds to be either open or invite only. You can choose that when you make the guild. And there may be incentives for these guilds, joining, playing. We'll have a lot more on that later, though. We don't have anything too much to confirm right now. But as you can see by our in-game teasers, that feature is coming.
Yeah, definitely. We have them on the radar now, and they are still in the planning stage, as Bright said, but we are quite confident that we can get them out, and will be an amazing feature, something that was requested since a long time, and you can gather up there, like in open guilds, or invite-only guilds for our elitists and all that. They can have their own space then. So yeah, and what do we have upcoming? Halloween. Do we have something about Halloween, Sprite?
Maybe we do. Maybe we haven't got any news on events right now, but maybe we've got some images of a skin to show.
Yeah, maybe we do. I hear this. It came to my ears that it might have to do something with a pumpkin.
It might be the Pumpkin Puff.
It might be.
You can see on screen right there. There he is. This is a new skin that will be showing up in the store soon. Comes with his own little cat familiar. Although some people might say the cat's the one in control. He doesn't believe that though, because the cat tells him otherwise. And in terms of actual matches, the cat will be in that little hole on the pumpkin. You can see there as well. I've seen this in play. It looks great. I love this.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, right. Grey Wolf suggested a pumpkin king pot at some point.
Yeah. Hope this might not be the only
Oh
Halloween content.
well.
Oh, hang on.
Hagen Gnome. I will remember that. You pay 10K for this.
10k
Let's
rubies.
go.
That's the price then.
10K rubies. That's the deal for you.
We'll give a 10% discount on it. No expeditions behind this one, Stephen. I understand your frustration. This time it'll be straight from the shop.
Mephisto. 10K gold is nothing for Hagen.
That's pocket change. Chump change for most people these days.
Well, guys. Oh, what do we have else? Oh, yeah. We have some news about Mayhem, right?
Yeah.
And we know that it has been requested that you can play Mayhem as in 2 versus 2. So you can team up with your friends and you can play Mayhem a bit. And as previously announced on our blog, we're confident that we can release 2 versus 2 Mayhems in update 80. Enjoy the craziness of Mayhem rule sets with your best friends now. Your Mayhem score will be the same as if you were playing 1 versus 1 or 2 versus 2, so you can hop in and out of the playstyles as you wish.
Yep, this one's been requested pretty much since the start of Mayhem's. Yeah, people want to play Mayhems with their friends, share the craziness, and that's going to be happening. Very interesting to see some rules such in the future, such as summonings with 2 players in the mix. Those ones are pretty crazy on their own. We don't have any plans for separating Mayhems to 2v2 at this moment, Hagen. That might change down the line, though.
Exactly. Same goes for Draft and Expedition 2 versus 2. There are no current plans, but it's not completely off the cards. I mean, we're on a tight update schedule now that the Discord launch is behind us, but the official release is in front of us. And so we really have to prioritize hard what we want to put in the game until early 2019 and whatnot. And I can't imagine that 2 versus 2 Draft or Expeditions are on that list.
Yeah, that about sums it up, really. We'll have some more time for some questions later, though. We're trying out a new format of the questions, as some of you on the Discord may have noticed earlier.
I want 3 versus 3 with 3 bridges, to be honest. I mean, guys, why does that come up all the time? It has to be so crazy.
Well, we just need to make it a full battle royale. Just get like 100 people on one giant map, and then this bridge is like 99 bridges or something.
I want that Setsu blast entry into 100 people.
Break the servers. How many scrap modes you can play?
Yeah, I mean we had enough server problems the last days, right? So let's not go too far at this point. So I mean, let's come to the favorite part of the stream. I mean, everybody is waiting for that. I know. Balance changes. Yeah, well, guys, we will have some with update 80, but as we said in the beginning, nothing is set in stone here. Everything is subject to change. So this is just like an initial idea for balance changes. So you can still give us your feedback, right?
Yeah, let's start off strong. Let's start off strong, shall we? Crystal Construct, yeah, sure. Mana refunded down from 2 to 1.
Yep.
Everyone saw this one coming.
Everyone saw the crystal construct. Oh god, nerf coming. Mana refunded down from 2 to 1. Here we go.
Yeah. Basically, Crystal Construct's effect was a bit of an experiment from us. We wanted to see if we could create a card that was kind of like 3.5 mana by having that initial play cost try and balance it out, but ultimately it wasn't nearly enough of a downside because you just play it aggressively. You'd never play on the defense, and easy game.
Well, Pecco, there are currently no plans to do that, but as always, we will watch the card after the change and how it performs, and we will decide on further adjustments down the line.
Yeah, in its current state, it was just way too strong for us to ignore it for 2 patches, so there you go. All right, next up.
Next up.
Public enemy number 2, the rabid prowler, no longer gains frenzy.
That's it, guys. It no longer gains frenzy at all.
After the buff, we noticed the big thing with this card was the fact you could just chain these rabid prowlers together infinitely, and with the frenzy, it was just way too strong. So we figured that while we can drop the frenzy quite easily, the fact the rage is still there, which is the core element of the prowler, that initial burst damage, you'll still be able to chain these together, which should mean like multiple rabid prowlers isn't a dead strategy, but not nearly as oppressive as it was before.
Definitely. I mean, everyone saw a change to these 2 cards coming, but maybe for the next cards, you didn't see it coming. So the Crystal Sentry will get its health up from 250 to 275, and the damage will go up from 5 to 55.
50 to 55.
Yeah, 50 to 55.
I hope it didn't
obviously.
have 5 damage.
Would have been a bug then.
Yeah, basically, the Crystal Sentry and Armored Escort were very slightly underperforming to our expectations. It was definitely the weakest card of the set, although it wasn't impossibly weak. It just wasn't really tanky enough to actually survive anything at 4 mana, so we're giving it a very minor health buff. We're just generally pushing it, so hopefully it doesn't break Escort too much. And we're hoping this card becomes a lot more viable than its role as a semi-DPS tank.
Yeah, exactly. And we also have... Oh, I like that change. Actually, the Musketeer. The Musketeer will get its health up from 200 to 230.
Yep, Musketeer. It's generally been a decent card. It's a niche counter to a bunch of problematic cards like the Colossus or the Cleaver, but against anything else, its health was just honestly too mediocre to ever really be useful. It just ended up being a dead card, because when's a 200 health melee minion ever going to be useful? So we're giving it a bit of a minor health buff, up to 230. Should make it a bit more survivable. Let it get that strong DPS in it's got. 60 DPS, it's nothing to turn your nose at.
Yeah, Gandalf. Let's just try with the 230 for now, and let's see if he needs more.
Yeah, we'll see after that. These obviously aren't going to be the final changes. We're more than open to making more in the future.
Yeah, and we have an interesting change for the Raging Reinforcements, I see. The Raging Reinforcements, oh, you will love that, guys. This card will spawn an additional crossbow dude. Here we go, boys, an additional crossbow dude.
Yep, the reasoning behind this change is that crossbow dudes were just the worst one to get off Raging Reinforcements. Warrior was really strong, it was high value, Dragonwolf was insane damage, 3 crossbow dudes just kinda sucked. Like, for 4 mana, you don't want to summon 3 crossbow dudes, and the rage really didn't add much to them. So by adding a 4th crossbow dude, it's so much more effective at splitting, it's better DPS overall, the rage matters a bit more, it's just all around better, and it's no longer the bad result to get.
Yeah, let's make Milloween totally overpowered. Come on, guys. Let's make this happen. I would definitely enjoy that. Well, anyway, the Dragon Ball will get changed and its activation cost will go up from 3 to 4. That means that 3 mana units will no longer trigger the effect of the Dragon Ball, spawning an additional Dragon Whelp.
Yeah, Dragon Ball is a card that it was just overperforming for a long time. It was incredibly versatile. Basically, like, any deck in the game would just run a 3 mana minion, and this card was objectively better than Fireball. It was extremely beneficial to aggressive strategies, so it basically just killed the Fireball card entirely, because there was no reason to ever run it over Dragon Ball. It was a 1 mana Dragon Ball.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and I mean, no wonder Video Gamer says it was a crap card anyway, because he obviously has a problem with dragons. So.
Oh, it's because he plays King Puff. He's biased.
He's biased, but now he will run it because you can activate it with a 4 mana unit, right? Oh man. Well, we have a change to the cannon roller. The good old cannon roller will get its attack delay reduced from 800 to 600.
I don't think this is the first time we've made this change, but Cannon Roller is a card that's been pretty underpowered for a long time. He just has a hard time keeping himself away from the faster melee minions now. So by reducing his attack delay, should make him way more survivable. He's not going anywhere near that warrior now.
Yeah, meme roller meta incoming.
The triple meme roller decks are coming.
And I mean, Sprite. Shall we really announce that next card? I mean,
we'll do it.
The next card is I don't know. It's probably the most discussed card in Minion Masters.
Yeah, we're breaking Dragon Nest.
We're breaking Dragon Nest again, guys. Here we go. We will reduce the mana cost down from 5 to 4. The duration will go down from 45 to 35, and the health goes down from 300 to 250.
Yeah, Dragon Nest it's one of the more storied cards in Minion Masters, because at first when it got discovered back when Infusion came out, it was super OP. And we basically had to rework it so it summoned flightless dragons, and then that rework turned out to be super OP. So we just kind of smashed it to 5 mana and killed the card entirely for like a good year now? We think it's... Yeah, we think it's about time to bring it back into the meta, hopefully, with these changes. 4 mana should make it way easier to combo, but we reduced the health and the duration to make it not as obnoxious to deal with as it was before.
Kanu can come back to the game now. Tell him, gamer.
Phone Kanu, get him on the line.
Get him on the line.
There's a KPC next weekend, we need him.
Yeah, there's a KPC, he can straight up win it now. I mean, it's not like the craziest change to the Nest. I mean, Dragon Nest, there were so many changes to this card. And yeah, let's just see how it performs.
I think the only card that's been changed more than Dragon Nest was Demon Warrior.
Yeah, let's not talk about Demon Warrior at this point.
But we buffed her last pack. We buffed her like last balance update. She can get in line.
Yeah, Demon Warrior was covered. Was covered already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that's it for update 80, guys. There will be a good bunch of balance changes and, of course, the 2 versus 2 Mayhem. And I don't actually know when the Halloween's coming, but yeah, I think it will be update 80, obviously, too.
I believe update 81 is around the time Halloween happens, which is also the planned time for Wheel of Doom. Oh, it's one day. It is Halloween, actually. Update 81 is scheduled for, so.
Yeah, it is scheduled for October 30th, so for Halloween. And with update 81, guys, we will finally have the Wheel of Doom in the game.
For those who are new, the Wheel of Doom was a card that was voted in through a tri-team tournament event a couple of months before Discord release. And basically anyone who opened the chest during that time gets that legendary card for free, so... Turns out people really like free stuff, and turns out we should have got on that a bit faster, but schedules change. Discord came sooner than we expected, so we had to push it back, but it's finally coming.
Yep, definitely. What do we have? What do we have here? Some questions. Buff the first Brutus to 2k HP, please. Kappa. Nope. Kappa.
Yeah, we'll answer a few questions from chat, and then we're going to go into a slightly new, revised Q&A format, where we grab some questions a couple of days ahead of time from the community, and just spend a couple minutes talking about those.
Well, Grey Wolf, no 4-shielded dudes at this point.
At this point, like I said, this is subject to change. We definitely know the other 2 crossbow dude cards, the shielded dudes and the crossbow dudes, are really underperforming, but we haven't quite decided on what we're going to do with them right now. Why Dragon Ball nerf? The card was just really good. Like, really, really good. How are you dealing with the server bump, and has Discord met your expectations or not? From what I see, the player base is skyrocketing. It's pretty huge. I'm not the best person to talk about expectations, because I don't run, like, the metrics kind of thing, or, you know, projections, but it's been pretty crazy. It's nice to see so many people picking up Minion Masters now. It's great to see so many people here today on such short notice.
It feels absolutely great. And why did you decide to make guilds in a game where it is totally irrelevant? Well, Butterbeast, it's not totally irrelevant because otherwise we wouldn't make it. Basically, Minion Masters is a quite competitive game, and it's not unusual that you have guilds or clans in competitive games. And if you look to a game Minion Masters is very often compared to, which is Clash Royale on the mobile devices, you will see they have guilds too, and it's not irrelevant there either. And the guild feature is a big feature, and there is much more to it than we shared on today's stream. But as we said, it's still in the planning stage, and we don't want to raise expectations we could probably not meet in the end.
We're already in Sid's guild, Westland. We're in this guild in our hearts.
No, John Hammond, we're still not planning it. We're still solely focusing on the Windows PC and Xbox One release in early 2019, and any other platform might come after that or even not. But at this point, we don't plan a mobile version.
Oh, we got another one here. Can we have DNS to 30 seconds instead of 35 so it doesn't trigger my OCD? Thanks you. Steven? No.
Can we have that Steven no right now?
We always Steven no. Alright, so let's try out this new format, shall we? So ahead of the stream today, we asked on the Discord for people to send us some questions they wanted answering on the stream, explaining in front of the world. So we've got a couple of them typed up in some fancy cards here.
Yeah. So why don't we start with the first question? What is Glory and how does it work?
Yep, this one. I think this came in like a minute after we posted the announcement. Someone really wanted to know about the Glory system, so hopefully sometime down the line we can have some proper tutorial system for this. But to explain Glory right now, it's essentially a number tied to your card based on the amount of copies that card you have. So for the first 3 copies of a card you own, which is like the first steps of the Glory system, you will unlock the ability to use it in wild cards, but just use the card multiple times in your deck. After that, the Glory after you increase the Glory more of that, there's 2 separate things to it. The first is that it will increase the amount of Battle Pass experience you receive at the end of a match, which obviously will let you progress in your Battle Pass faster, unlock more new content, all that good stuff. And then the second one is, at certain thresholds, it'll receive a Glory boost and a nice shiny frame to show off to everyone else. Got the bronze, silver, and the gold frames. And once you've maxed out Glory on a card, whenever you get a card from, say, a reward or a power token, you'll get extra shards salvaged because obviously you can't collect more of that card. So hopefully that about sums things up.
Yeah, I definitely think so. And I think we should have a function. Oh yeah, we have a great bot incoming on Discord, by the way, guys. Stay tuned for that. We have a custom bot.
I heard Caesar is lending a helping hand soon on the Discord.
Yeah, we have Caesar on the server now. Caesar himself, guys.
Alright. Next up, how often do you release new Battle Pass seasons? I'll let you take this one.
Yeah, well, it's pretty easy. It's every 2 months, guys. Even though the current Battle Pass is running 70 days. But it's basically around every 2 months.
Yeah, whenever the current Battle Pass ends, we're hoping to get a new one out, unless things go crazy and we get another ends in now situation.
And we have directly related to that question, why do we only add 8 to 10 cards each Battle Pass season?
This one mainly comes down to how much content we feel we can feasibly get out. We're not a large studio, obviously, but we also want to hit a balance of providing enough new content to the game to keep things interesting, to keep the metagame shifting. It's generally the balance we found theoretically to work best, and obviously we can adjust this in the future depending on how things work out.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a common question as well, and I was pretty much expecting it to come up. do I spend my early resources on cards, masters, or on the battle pass, or even glory? Well, this is not easy to answer because, I mean, everyone can do it to their likings, but I am thinking that for a new player, your early resources should get into your card collection and into more masters before everything else.
Yeah, well, I've obviously been playing this game for a while before I came to work at BetaDwarf. My general advice would be the masters, you shouldn't worry about too much about collecting all of them at the beginning. It's going to end up being wasteful. I'd say maybe get 1 or 2 masters that you think fit your playstyle, and then the rest of your shards should generally go into filling gaps in your collection for the lower rarity of cards. Generally, crafting Supremes and Legendaries at the beginning of your account is going to be a waste of your resources and time, because I made that mistake. I crafted Drone Force 1 like 2 weeks into my account, and I really ended up regretting it, because that card ended up being much less effective than I thought it was. So generally try to stay reserved with your shards and be careful about what you spend them on. In terms of rubies, they should definitely go into the battle pass. That provides a ton of value for you. I think pretty much anyone will tell you that. Any experienced player will tell you the battle pass is probably the most efficient way to spend your rubies. To just get the 1500 premium pass.
Yes, it is. But first of all, I still think get your cards collection bigger, get masters, join the King Puff Cup while you're at it, and yeah, focus on the battle pass after that. What do something for those who recruited 1 million friends before the game was even free?
I'd have to talk to them about that, but I don't think we really have any plans for that right now.
So yeah, John, I think that answers that. What do we have here? Yeah, will there be community-made cards in Minion Masters? Well, to be completely honest, we had a card design contest last year, and while we're not definitely planning one right now, there might be another one down the line.
And we already do have a community-created card in the game. We have Incubus.
Yes, we do.
That was the winner of the last contest.
Exactly. The Incubus was officially added to the game, was an idea of a community member during this community card design contest, and yep, it's in the game.
Yep. We'd hope we can get another community-made contest going in the future, but it turned out to be quite hard logistically last time, so we'd have to really think about how we're going to run this next one.
A big red button, 10 mana, does nothing.
That's my kind of card.
Yeah, I like that idea. It's the ultimate BM, right? Like, playing 10 mana does nothing.
Yep.
I like that. Well, we had another question, and this question mainly came from streamers and the likes. Is there art I can use for my stream channel or YouTube channel? Yes. Right over here when you follow that link in the chat right now.
Yep, this Google Drive link will have a bunch of official BetaDwarf art you can use in your content creation. So use that to your heart's content. If you're watching the VOD and you missed the link for some reason, you can poke Arethias or that sprite on Discord and we'll send you the link for it.
Exactly, no problem. So this one's for you, Sprite. How does crossplay between Steam and Discord work?
It's very simple. So if you're just trying to queue on ladder, you will be participating in crossplay. Discord and Steam use the same matchmaking servers, so you will be playing against opponents from different platforms. If you're playing with friends, though, this is one we've had a couple of issues with, and it's a bit finicky right now, but hopefully Discord can improve their system regarding that. So if you're trying to play with a Discord friend from Steam, you can invite them as normal, but sometimes the Discord user might have their Discord game overlay switched off, like it's not visible or something, or they're set to away or invisible themselves, and that actually kind of messes with things. So if you're trying to play with a friend and you're having difficulties like that, you need to switch that on. It sounds silly, but that really messes up with the invite system right now. And it's as simple as that. I believe Steam users can invite Discord friends either through the Discord friend list or by using the rich presence feature, and Discord users can invite Steam users by setting the rich presence feature stuff on Discord itself. I believe that's the way it works currently. Is it possible to link Discord to Steam account? Currently, no. We don't have any feature currently for that, but hopefully we can get something in the future. We weren't able to get something out for the release, which is unfortunate. So, we'll have to see what we can do in the future.
Well, Hagen, you can just use that, and if you're kind of like in doubt, you can just always message me.
Yeah, just ask us.
And just ask about it.
Usually we're not too fussed about it as long as people are like massively profiting off of it. So it should be fine.
Hamster, this was answered right now. No, it is not possible to sync anything between the Discord and the Steam account. This is split up, but we hope that it will be able to do so in the future.
Next up, how do you think the game will be up for its out of early access? Will it still have the same mechanics, or will everything just change for the better or worse depending on how the community might view it? That's a hard question to ask, honestly. I don't know where the game might go from here. We don't intend to do like radical, massive changes like we did with Update 60, for instance. If we generally feel the core game is in a good state right now, we mainly just want to iterate on the features we have already. Obviously, we're always open to community suggestions on how we might improve the game. We have a dedicated channel to that on the Discord. A lot of the balance discussion we had this week actually came from some of the suggestions the community put out, so...
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, as Bright said, it's very hard to tell where the game will be on the release or even after the release from now on. But of course, we hope it's even bigger, it's even better, and we're quite confident that we can get there with your help, with all your feedback and your amazing proposals. So yeah, let's move on. What's the next question here on the document? Yeah, any plans to change the current ranking reset system, or at least adjust the reset amount to somehow better combine a player's rank and skill level?
This is something we want to get a bit more data on before we make any massive changes. Obviously, the way it was before was set up because of a low player base, but since Discord came out, we've got a lot more players populating the ladder, hopefully, if it comes to the next reset. So we're going to be watching the data, we're going to be seeing if anything changes, and using that, we might make changes to the system, make changes to the reset, for instance. I know a couple of those have been requested for a while, so we'll have to see how it goes moving forward.
Oh, I see we have that guy, Uncle Onage, again in the chat.
Who is that guy? Why does he keep coming by here?
Yeah, it's the new guy.
Yeah, new guys.
Oh, always that new guys. So how do you come up for ideas for cards and their abilities? Isn't that a question for Uncle actually?
This is actually a question for one of our gameplay designers, and I actually asked him before the stream, so we got a long response here from him. So I'm gonna try my best to read this out. Alright, here's my reading voice. So there's no really simple way to answer this, as there isn't really one simple way of doing it. There's no recipe, if you will, at least not one that I've found. With Minion Masters, it's been interesting because we spent a lot of time converting units that already existed in the Forced universe to the game, and trying to figure out how it can operate within the new game rules. With this, and within the first set of unique Minion Masters units, most of our thought process was based around, what does the game need? Other times, we worked around an idea or a concept. For instance, Scott the Sensitive Savage was a card we created for an event that featured the streamer Caparian, who's often teased as being a salty player. So we wanted the character that fit him. The original name for the unit was the Salty Barbarian. Often it is also a collaboration between departments. One of the reasons the Incubus has an AoE attack was because the initial animation looked like an AoE attack, which inspired the idea, and instead of changing it, we embraced it. With this though, it's still quite important to keep in mind it should still fit the game needs, and it's mostly a happy coincidence that we felt like it fit the character design. Smiley face. More recently, we've been working more and more with thematic design, especially since we've introduced the Battle Pass. With these, we were trying to aim for a specific feel. With the elves, for instance, we wanted delicate but dangerous beings, which is why the only real tank in the set is something that's been constructed. With this, we also introduced the racial mechanic Mana Surge, so with all cards it was natural to look at how we could design them in ways that is interesting in relation to Mana Surge. Armored Escort is a good example of that. By allowing you to bank the mana into something that triggers when you spawn your next minion, you can effectively spawn a push with Mana Surge already active. It's a big response we got from him, so thanks to our gameplay programmer for sorting that out for us, but hopefully that provides a lot of insight into how we've been designing cards for the game.
Yeah. It was a quite long response, to be honest.
It was a very long response.
It was a very long one. But we have another question right here. With so many new players joining and filling the current communication channels, will BetaDwarf do anything to keep a stable communication with the older players who have played and supported the game for a long while? Oh, well, I mean, the short answer would be nothing really changes, right? Because if you follow our channels, as you did before, you will still get all the information, and we're very responsive in the chat. I guess even the new players already know that. And whenever you come to us, then we listen, just as we did in the past. And so, yeah, for example, I did extensive surveys, like in the beginning of summer and during summer, with many players, and we will continue that. So there will be a direct communication between us and you. And yeah, really, nothing changes. Do not worry.
Yeah, on a personal level, most people would know me for interacting a lot with the older players of the game before Discord release came out. That was kind of my thing in the community. I just hang out with people that already knew me. I don't really intend to change that. Obviously, Discords can take up a lot of my time now because I'm generally the Discord guy within the team right now, but I still want to keep in touch with all the old players because they're my friends at this point. Without them, they wouldn't really have got me this job in the first place, so it wouldn't exactly be right for me to turn my back on them, so I'll still be communicating and talking to them just like I did before.
Exactly. Nothing really changes. We're just grow from, I don't know, 8,000 on Discord to almost 23,000. That's great, guys. And we're very grateful for that.
Yep, Smoshy, how often do you read and take suggestions from Stomped? Quite frequently. We do make an effort to read Stomped as much as we can. Hopefully we'll be getting lots of new suggestions from this stream, and some of them tend out to be pretty good. Usually ones we can see have a lot of backing to them as well, or ones we definitely consider.
Exactly, and Smoshy, like, when it comes to feedback and proposals from the community, it's not like we see, like, a good suggestion and we're like, oh, snap, let's include that, let's implement that. That's unfortunately not exactly how it works behind the scenes. It's more like well, that's my part now. I gather them, I evaluate them, I quantify them, and then it goes to the team. And then still the team has to decide if there is room for these suggestions, if the changes make sense, if we can even fit it in somehow. And so if your feedback doesn't change anything, like within weeks, that doesn't mean we didn't see it, we did ignore it, or anything else. It just means that it's still within that loop, and it eventually will get to the team.
No, we just throw a dartboard in the lunchroom. What are you talking about? Oh wait, I wasn't meant to say that. I'll delete this.
Oh, come on. Mute your mic the next time. I mean, they don't need to know that.
Alright, so we'll take a couple more questions from the chat here before we move on.
Yeah, definitely.
Get your questions in. When Master's glorying, I don't want to waste my second Volco. There was an unintended side effect of the Volco code, is that some people did get a second Volco, and we've been considering it internally. I don't have anything to announce, so... We don't have anything to announce just yet, but it's something we've considered.
Yeah, Mendruski, that's the newest addition. It feels awesome to have a lunchroom. Awesome.
Can you answer the question that was sent on Discord? Oh, I must have missed this one. Can we put win streak bonus back to Diamond 5 or even down to Master 5? I won't read that second half. Again, that's going to depend on the data we get with the next reset, gamer. We're going to be paying quite close attention to that, so... We'll have to see how that goes.
Dom Element, we cannot share any information about new masters coming to Minion Masters at that point.
When the time's right, we'll announce something.
Yeah, for example, Captain Snappy.
The time's always right to announce Captain Snappy. Just won't let me. It's possible to see the elo of the top 20 to see how far apart the players are. That's something we might consider, Mandruski. Make a stomp for it. See how much support we can get from the community on that.
Yeah, actually, what's with the hint about in the latest email newsletter? What hint do you mean?
I believe he means something about a code that was in that newsletter. I heard some particularly eagle-eyed players also found a link that could use that code in there. I don't know what that's about, though. I don't read those.
So I'm just currently busy at Discord, guys, because many people think, hey, let's get my question in. So do not wonder.
See if we've got any more questions coming in here. You're going to add more fun RNG cards. Unfortunately, RNG and fun tends to be quite subjective among some people. There's some people that really love the crazy RNG effects, and there's some that don't. So we're trying to keep things generally in moderation. When we're making like fun, crazy cards, we generally kind of want to stray away from it being too heavily on RNG, because cards like Future Present have caused some issues in the past. We generally like some really fun designs like Mana Puff Madness that people really loved when the season came out.
Logical, do I have a favorite deck? If so, what are they? Well, I do not have a particular favorite deck, but I play everything Milloween.
I'm generally a bit of an all-rounder when it comes to decks. I'd say I play Stormbringer Control, a sort of weird, like, hipster push setsu I have that involves Magma Storm and Living Statue. And other than that, I usually try to play some meme decks, because I play a lot of drafts. I've been trying Triple Blind Date APEP lately, and that's been pretty fun. Not APEP, sorry. What master was I using for that? I think it was Milloween, actually. Westlane, can we try and plan balance change releases around the KPC so tourneys for like no change the week of KPC? Unfortunately, sometimes that's just not possible, because if we wanted to do that, you'd be waiting another week for the changes to the Construct and Prowler. I don't know about you, Airfries, but I don't think the community could have handled another week with those cards. Evil Vibe Studio, are some cards going to be regraded? Because She-Who, for example, is a really good card I don't really feel belongs in rare. Do you mean Tranquil She-Who? I feel like it is a rare card, because it's not super unique, but it's the self-healing mechanics exclusive to that card, I believe, right now, so I feel it's fine in its rarity right now.
Yeah, but even Battle She-Who is not... It's a rare card. Both are solid rare cards.
Okay, so that seems to be it for the questions.
John Hammond. We can only hint vaguely about this. I mean, it tells you everything, right? Call to Arms should spawn Tranquil She-Who.
Oh, that's a buff we need.
Really?
That's the buff that card needs. Is there going to be a summary of the stream? Well, I usually do the patch breakdowns for the updates, and then there's obviously the VOD that gets uploaded to YouTube. Unfortunately, since I actually started working at BetaDwarf, I haven't had time for stream summaries like I used to do. But if someone in the community wants to step up to the plate and do that, then more than welcome to.
Yeah, exactly. You can always rewatch the VOD here on Twitch. And yeah, I think we should move on to the esports section, right? We have some tournaments coming up.
We've got one happening this Saturday. It's hosted by me. It's the Saturday Sprite Showdown, a test of a new competitive format with prizes for everyone that participates. The sign-up deadline is Friday, 1300 UTC, so better get those sign-ups in quick. And it's going to be streamed Saturday, 1300 UTC on my Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/thatsprite. You can find the challenge link here, and I just need to fetch the Reddit post real quick that'll have all the rules for you. Let me just grab that real quick. There you go. Everyone that enters gets 1,500 gold and free power tokens just for participating. So, hope to see you there. We've got quite a few big name signups coming in so far. And then after that, Masters, the wait is over. King Puff Cup is going to return. The King Puff Cup Season 4 is not only going to be sponsored by BetaDwarf this time, but we've also picked up sponsorships from AMD and SteelSeries. You want to discuss that a little more?
Yep, definitely. Yeah, the KPC gets sponsored by AMD and SteelSeries. The prices have yet to be revealed. This is currently still determined in the background, but there will be amazing prizes waiting for the participants of the Kim Puff Cups, and especially for the ones who are participating in the KPI, the King Puff Invitational, at the end of the circuit. But as we said, everything has still to be announced, and I hope this will be like in the next few days, but I can't tell for sure. So yeah, KPC gets big, huh?
Yeah.
That's amazing. It really gets big. Sponsors, huge names. Here we go.
Yep, the KPC staff have announced the first tournament of Season 4 is going to happen on Saturday, October 27th at 1600 UTC. So make sure you're there. I've actually got a new page on our website for the King Puff Cup stuff. You can find that here. And here's a link to sign up.
Check it out.
Here's a link to sign up for the KPC
There's a link
as
to
well.
sign up. There's a lot of information, and it's currently dedicated to the KPC, but as the competitive scene around Mini Masters will grow, there might be more to find.
We could get a sub button smushy, but that would require us to stream way more than we actually do, or be larger, both of which we're not. So.
And guys, really, I mean, we enjoy all your support, and you would even subscribe to the channel, but you're supporting us in a much, much greater way.
Yeah, you can see Pumpkin
a
Puff
subscribe
again.
button.
There you go.
You're supporting us in a much, much greater way than a subscribe button on Twitch could do.
You see how much percent of the players are in what league? If not, I'd love to see that to measure my skill. I believe we know the figures. I don't know if we're releasing them, though. I'd have to talk about that one behind the scenes.
Yeah, Pecco, blaming FDM is always kind of valid.
Always blame FDM. Hashtag blame FDM.
Hashtag blame FDM, just like that.
Please create a graveyard arena for customization. We do have a graveyard arena.
We already do have that.
You can watch out for it in shop rotations.
Mandrowski throws money at the screen. Well, I want to see a video of that. Is that possible? I really would love to see a video of that.
That's what we're hoping, Paco.
FDM is not just a guy. He's like the eternal intern.
FDM is a concept.
Yeah, the one to blame. It's a concept. Yeah, maybe that. And Menno, the spooky KP will be available around Halloween in the shop? Question mark, Sprite?
Let me see if I can get the planned date for that real quick. Might take me a second. Entertain them.
Entertain them. I mean, they are blaming FDM. They are already entertained, right, guys?
Hey, that's moderately entertained, I'd say. Let me see here.
I have no information if any event is planned, Menno, but that doesn't mean there couldn't be one planned, right?
Thursday, October 25th is the current plan for the Pumpkin Puff to be in the store. That's Thursday and Friday.
The 10k rubies for Pumpkin Skin Kappa. Well, Curbs, say thanks to Hayden Gnome, because he told us he would pay the 10k rubies, and so, I mean, we can't say no to that, right?
Here at BetaDwarf Entertainment, we love money.
Just to... I mean, that's quite subjective, right? I mean, I like KP skins, but I like Millowin skins basically more, so... I cannot agree. He doesn't get all the amazing skins. Do we get spooky music and decorations around the arena on Halloween? Well, Stephen, here's the deal. You can decorate your computer screen and put on some spooky music yourself, right?
I've got a real skeleton here for
Basically,
authenticity.
no, I don't think so. I mean, Crimson Milo, exactly. Gandalf skin for Mordor. Oh, well.
I'm
Yeah,
about to
man.
pass that on.
Well, Mandrewski, I will start a movement right here. You want Volko skins with different colors? How about a pink Volko?
How about a neon Volko? I hear that skin's all the rage.
I want a pink Volko. Yeah, see, the chat
I
wants
love
it
it.
too.
We can't
Here
deny
we go.
that.
I mean, we can't deny that. I will talk to the artist tomorrow about a pink Volko.
I want to see an orange, green, and red Setsu. Some of you might know why.
A bikini Mordor?
Why
No,
not have both?
there was never a buff about a bikini, a buff. There was never a vote about a bikini Mordor Juggernaut. But if you look at Stomped right below the screen, right below the stream, by the way, there was a vote not too long ago for a bikini Milloween, and it was quite popular.
Oh, Baboon Lord in the chat.
Oh,
The Supreme
Baboon
Overlord.
Lord in the chat. He's pretty shrugging now. Well, Baboon, then tell him tomorrow the crowd wants a pink Volko. ASAP. Setsu with her helmet off is just Milloween. We revealed that, Mandrewski.
I remember that now. I think we posted on the Discord at some point, didn't we?
Yeah. FDM posted it on the Discord.
Baboon Lord stream when? Whenever we convince him to
gamer.
show one.
Whenever we can convince him, but you know, he's a busy man. Busy life as a Baboon Lord.
That's pretty true, actually.
Oh, well, I mean, guys, doesn't look too good with the pink Volko, but I will talk to Martin, actually. He cannot roll away from me, right?
He can unplug his internet.
A bikini Volko? Oh my god.
We just next time we do someone, this needs to be the swimsuit episode, honestly.
Hey, we have Skylark in the chat, actually. That's one of our 3D designers.
Maybe it is.
Yeah, I think Skylark was the creator of the puffs. Is that true?
Possibly?
Possibly. We have the master of puffs here, guys. Is Baboon Lord a She-Who master? Well, Rattlesnake, don't try him. Trust me.
He's the Baboon Lord. I don't know what else needs explaining about that.
He's the Baboon Lord.
Alright. So, with that about covers everything, I think.
Oh, come on, gamer. Don't be sad.
We got anything internal to announce? Well, obviously our Discord server hit 20,000 members. We'll see what it's at right now. Give it a second to load. It actually takes a while to load. We got that many members. We're at 23,600 members. So props to the Discord crew. You've really inflated that number since like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, and by the way, guys, just to share that with you, because we're really transparent here, we have almost 2,500 players right now in the game. At this very moment.
Whew. Nice.
Yep.
Dom, that's not true because I don't. So that's not everyone. I'm pretty sure the others do though, but it's not any drinks, it's beer.
Yeah.
Same thing for some of them, really.
Yeah, John Hammond, that's true. That's up from...
It's a little bit of an increase.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an increase. Maybe we got 1 to 2 more players. I don't know.
Here's the Discord release with all the new players. Thanks for showing up, everyone, and we hope you stick around. It's been a ride so far.
Yeah, definitely. We hope you stick around. We hope you had a warm welcome from our existing community, a very engaged and supportive community, if I may say that. And yeah, I think, Sprite, I think it's time to say goodbye again.
Yep. Until the next dev stream, although not really until the next dev stream because I'm everywhere these days, but you know.
I mean, the next dev stream will hopefully be on a Tuesday again, but we're quite confident that we can find back to a normal schedule. Watch out for our next blog post on Monday. And yeah, I think we will see us out of schedule prior to update 81 to maybe showcase live the Wheel of Doom, but that's a big maybe. But we will at least have some kind of preview, I guess.
Yeah. For everyone here at BetaDwarf, have a great evening, guys, or day, or wherever you are.
Just have a great time, guys, and thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for playing the game. See you next time.
Cheers from BetaDwarf.
Cheers from BetaDwarf.